What's happening, my people? So, back with another one, man. This is Walking Dead, Season 11, Episode 7, entitled Promises Broken. And I can't front. Like, this week, this one is a tough one to pull off, man. Like, not necessarily the episode or anything, man, but, like, I do these Walking Dead episodes. I've been doing it for years and years and years. And, like, these views have been dropping. Y'all don't really watch these things, but the few people that actually do watch these, man, like, I'ma still keep this up. I'm not necessarily saying like people don't watch it because Walking Dead is like trash or anything. I think it's like so many people do it probably and stuff. It's just like kind of a cluttered market or whatever. But I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop this episode. So Negan and Maggie is still beefing. Maggie, she wants vengeance, man, because Pope in his crew, I forgot their name. What their name is? The whatever. Them. they killed all her people, man. They killed all the people. They stole her place. She wants it back. She wants vengeance on top of getting the supplies for her people. Negan is like, man, I know something about vengeance. Man, and we need to cut our losses. Like, we marching into a situation that we don't have the advantage of, man. Like, we don't have bodies and this and that. And he like, they do come to a compromise. The only way that I will help you is if you promise to quit this vendetta against me, man. Like, I don't want to keep looking over my shoulder the rest of my life. Like, we're going to be good. We're going to be even. And truthfully, they're never going to be even. He can never make up for killing Glenn. Especially after they have a kid and everything. And the kid is never going to meet his father and this and that. Like, there's something you can't bounce back from. But she going to try her best to be cordial, I guess. Eugene is... It looked like he out there teaching Stephanie how to kill walkers or something. Truthfully, it's punishment. It's punishment. That is what they have to do. Since they have been locked up or whatever, they were doing salacious things in the Commonwealth. They have to clear walkers. Them, Ezekiel, and Princess, they are all doing this. We see the governor's son for the first time. And why is this important? This dude is such an important person in the comic books and stuff. He is the one who kills Rick. Rick dies in the comic book, but it was part of this saga. Rick is nowhere to be found. So who is going to take place of Rick in this? Like, this is going to be, it's going to be crazy, because how are they going to invoke the feelings of the comic book? Like, I hate how the comic book ended, to be honest. But Carl was still alive. Carl was alive, and he witnessed his daddy dying. Well, he had to finish him off as a walker. So Carl is dead. Rick is no longer on the show. So, but we do see the bitch ass mother sucker who killed Rick in the comic books in human form. And he is as bad as I read him to be in the comic books. He seems like a bitch. A plumb bitch. Maggie plans to use the Whisperer strategy. Like, what can we do? We don't have the bodies and stuff. I hate to do this, but man, it was something that worked. The Whisperers were one of the scariest crews ever. And like, taking that's like the NBA. It's like, damn, Golden State shooting all these threes. We don't really like to play like that, but man, let's start shooting a few threes, man. Let's work on our shot. It works. So everybody starts shooting threes, man. So hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometime. This lady, she preaches to Daryl. She preached Daryl about, it's easy for you. You're all alone. You have nobody to worry about. I have a whole community and this and that. They make me strong. And if you only knew, Daryl is out here for his people. And it's actually like regular human beings. He fighting for women and kids and stuff like that. You fighting, you got this marauderish group of assassins or whatever. Like, it's not the same thing. Like, you feel like it is, but it could be to a certain extent, but it's her judging Daryl about being alone. Like, he's not been alone. Like, he's doing what he's doing for a reason as well. Like, you just judging. But he got to keep it concealed. He got to keep it concealed, man. So, as much as they had a love triangle, not a love triangle, a love-hate thing together, she don't know him. And it turned out to be the best thing. Because Lord knows if he would have let him know about everybody, and she would have came back with her crew and killed them all, you never know. They might have marched into Alexandria instead of where Maggie was at. So Negan is teaching Maggie how to be a whisperer and stuff. She's having a hard time, but they looking like they coming on some common courtesies or whatever. But I'm gonna get to that later. I'm not gonna jump ahead. Father Gabriel, he sees another holy man, and like he's praying and stuff like that, and he looked like he might have seen Father Gabriel. And Father Gabriel could have got the jump on him, but I think it's kind of a pleasant scene, like somebody else they got such spirituality, because Father Gabriel actually kind of lost his way, and so seeing that, he's probably on the bad side, but I don't really want to kill him or have a standoff, because it's still like a breath of fresh air to see somebody believe in something. I think that's probably what he's going through, because later on in the episode you see Maggie ask him, did you come across anybody? He's like, nah, because like I guess he wants homeboy to stay alive, or hopefully they can go their own ways without having to butt heads. But I think he did homeboy solid, because it's another man of the cloth. Yumiko's brother does not want her to tell that he's a doctor and stuff. He's like, man, shut up about that. I don't want that life. That was stressful. It was killing me. I want to live this peaceful life. And what happens? They snatch him up. In my mind, I'm thinking that maybe they have overheard he was a doctor or something. And I think he might end up being the one to save Ezekiel. You never know. It could not happen like that or something. I don't know if he's a cancer doctor. I think he was a brain surgeon or something. I don't remember. But I feel like he could be the one to save Ezekiel, but maybe not. We don't know. Cause they do hem him up, they grab him, but I don't think it was because they know he's a doctor or something. I think it's kind of like they just want to have like a one up on Yumiko to make sure that she does what they want her to do, or have a favor in their back pocket. Maggie and Negan, they start getting along and stuff, but like she still don't trust him, and she don't trust herself, cause she talking to homeboy and he like, do you think he's changed? Maybe until he needs something. Like he's changed enough until he is in a position to betray us, and it'll work out better for his favor. I think that was earlier where their point was applicable. This point right here, they had this. They talking to one another. They talking to one another one on one, and they going back and forth about the circumstances of their living. Like, y'all killed people in my community. They were boyfriends and girlfriends. They had families as well. They laughed and cried together. There was my community, my people. So I used to say that in episodes, man. Like, if we watched Negan's group the whole time, what we think they were the good guys and think Rick and them were the bad guys. Is like depending on your perspective of watching the show. And he tells Maggie, he's like, if I could do it all over again, I would have killed all of you. Because it would have saved everybody. I would have won. And she's like, how can you tell me something like that? He like, just got to be honest with you. And I think he's telling her, because if we do this mission and we are successful, we got to kill them all. We can't leave them because it might come back to bite you in the ass. It did to me. So he running some real shit to her. Like, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Daryl and his girl, they in the woods. They find this man. He seems like he's not a threat. But she radios in the Pope. Pope says kill him. Kill them all. So it's like, damn, what they gonna do in this situation? Cause Daryl still is a good guy, but like he gotta do some bad shit for right now because he doesn't want to blow his cover. And it's like, sheesh. Ezekiel, they had grabbed him earlier in the episode, and Princess was like, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta go get some medical help. We're gonna clear these walkers and this and that. So they did help him out. They gave him some IVs and this and that, some penicillin, I don't know, some antibiotics. He comes back, he's feeling like $1 million. He's like, yes. They like, okay, so what we gonna do? Like Stephanie and Eugene, y'all gonna go over here and we're gonna go there and this and that. They set up a whole scenario for Eugene to be the hero. And the governor's son, his personal detail, they let some walkers through for Eugene to go and save the day. But Eugene, they save him. They kill the walkers and stuff. But the dude, he's not like, oh, you saved me. He's like, what are you fucking assholes doing, man? You ruined my goddamn date. He's like, I saved you. The walkers are right there. Then they have another walker that sneaks up on the homegirl. Stephanie kills the walker. But the blood gets on his date. So he's like, you stupid bitch. You got... And Eugene, he's trying to... That's his first little girl and stuff, man. He's trying to be a gentleman and stuff. He's defending her honor. So, hey... He learned that from Abraham. So he punched him in the eye. He punched him in the nose or whatever. Homeboy is like, what did you do? Oh, no. We set up this whole thing for you to be the hero. Y'all had a get out of free pass, get out of jail free pass, and could do anything y'all wanted. You ruined it. But it was because homeboy was such an asshole, man. He was such a dick. And then he's lying. He's like, they ruined my date and attacked me. Like, if they attacked you, you'd be dead. Like, they saved you. You don't see all the walkers around? Like, but that is how the Commonwealth works on their class system. And it is some bull-ish. Negan and Maggie, they finally get their walker strides together. They get their choreography together. They amass a walker army. It's not like the Whisperers, that big gigantic army they had, but they are gathering. And so they are going to have their walker army, and they're going to march on Pope and them, the Reapers. They are going to march on the Reapers. And it looks like it's going to be interesting. I hope them walkers tear the Reapers' asses up. One thing it would be nerve-wracking about. Then the brother there gathering this army, he's walking. The brother sees his sister. That was somebody he wanted to find, his sister and stuff. She ends up, she's a walker, man. He almost loses it. And in the middle of all those walkers, that would have been detrimental. They all would have got massacred. But he ends up keeping it, holding it together. But it's pretty interesting, man. It's pretty interesting. They do find this family and whatever. The mama, she was on her last leg. She had been attacked by a walker and stuff. She was about to transform. She was going to end up killing them all. So they do show, the homegirl shows that she's not a complete animal. She has a little humanity. So she lets the son and the father go. And she can't even kill the mother. Like, Daryl has to do the death blow. And she like, I'm gonna tell them that you killed them and stuff. But it shows that she still has a little bit of humanity. So Daryl, if Daryl did give up on her, he might remember this right here and not give up all the way. He might be like, you're not a complete animal, man. I seen you have some humanity out there and not kill these people. But you don't know what's gonna happen whenever Pope is around and where her honor is gonna lie or something. That's not the word I'm looking for. But yeah. End of the episode. Next episode, what's gonna happen? I don't know. But I really wanna see the Reapers get tore up. The Commonwealth is spicing up a little bit, but to be honest, man, I'm just not. Maybe if Rick and them was alive, was on the show, and Rick and Michonne and them, I would be more. I kind of would be more into the Commonwealth, but then I wouldn't, because I would hate to see Rick die in such a manner, and I would hope that they would go against the television. Go against the comic book, and Rick would survive. But if Rick was still on the show, it would be too stressful for me to watch. Because I would know what's coming. And if it actually happened that way, like, I'd be like, no, I got to relive this again. From the comic book was already worse enough. Because that's how it happened with Glenn. That's how it happened with Glenn. Because I knew in the comic book, he was one of the ones that got battered with the bat and stuff. So when the television show airs, I'm like, will they go against that? Who's going to die? They drew it out for the longest time, and they end up following the comic book. And they tore Abraham. They tore him up too. Abraham and Glenn, they tore Glenn up. So, I'm kind of glad Rick isn't around, but I wish Rick was around, if that makes any sense. But like, comment, subscribe, go be the greatest and most hated man. Holla at your boy. Peace.